One of America's favorite comfort foods would have to be grits. Now you can find wonderful recipes for not only grits, but cornmeal and polenta as well, all in one book. It's called Glorious Grits, and it's presented by Southern Living. Joining us now is contributing editor for Oxmoor House, Susan Nash Gilpin. Welcome back, Susan.
Thank you.
We've got something steaming
yes.
up our
Isn't that
skin
a wonderful
here.
smelling facial?
It's lovely.
It really is. This is just a little bit of water, a couple of cans of condensed chicken broth, and I'm going to stir in some of those glorious grits. These are the white grits. Now, I know you're wondering, well, what is the difference in white grits and yellow grits?
What is the difference?
Just
the color?
Not just the color, it's the corn from which they're made. And the reason we've chosen the white grits for this particular recipe is because we're going to be making grits cubes, kind of like grits croutons from these, and they will brown in the oven. So we wanted to start out with a little bit lighter color.
And these grits cubes are going to be coupled with a lot of goodness, including sausage. And this is going to be like a side dish for our turkey dinner, perhaps?
Exactly, exactly. You bring that to a boil all together. Turn your heat down and then simmer it for 20 to 25 minutes, stirring often. And I can't emphasize that enough. It will feel as you're stirring it like, oh my goodness, it's sticking, and it will be sticking a little bit because they're so starchy, but this stirring throughout the cooking process will make them creamier than ever. So just plan to stay close by, getting your other ingredients ready, and stir often as these are cooking. And I'm going to ask you to move those over.
We have done this. That's pretty foolproof as long as you keep stirring, right?
Yes, that's right. And we have done some ahead of time, and this is how they look when they're finished. And
they look great.
They're very creamy looking, and we're going to just stir into that some Parmesan cheese, as if that wasn't good enough.
I do like cheese with my grits.
Oh, me too.
For sure.
I do too. And you can also, and really, you could use the yellow grits if they're more available to you. These are stone ground grits, so the grits are a little bit coarser in texture, but they're really wonderful, and you can find them at most specialty food stores. Even some of your specialty fish markets are carrying this item now. Because in the South, what do we serve grits with a lot of times? Shrimp.
Shrimp.
So when you're buying your shrimp at the fish market, look around, you might find grits there as well.
Will do.
Stir that cheese until it melts, and then you're ready to pour that into a 13 by 9 inch baking dish that's been lined with plastic wrap.
Okay.
And then set those aside, let them cool completely at room temperature, and then put them in the refrigerator covered for about an hour or so until they're completely firm.
So you've got flat grits coming out of the fridge.
They'll be about an inch in thickness. And you can do this ahead of time, all this grits procedure ahead of time, which makes this a great recipe to do over a day or so's time if you don't have time to do it all at once.
And you throw it in the oven?
You throw that, actually, after they're firmed up, you put them out on a cutting board and cut them into cubes that are about 3/4 inch square. Then you put the cubes on a baking dish, lightly greased, and you bake them at 450 for a few minutes.
Then they come out of the oven.
Right, now while they're baking though, we're gonna saute a pound of pork sausage.
Oh, right.
And then we're going to drain that pork sausage, reserving the drippings, because in the drippings we're going to saute onion, garlic, celery, and fresh parsley.
Oh, so good.
It is so good. And this we've already gotten a jump start on. We've also gotten a jump start on those grits cubes, and I'm going to ask you to reach back there if you would and bring those up. And we're going to just stir all of these ingredients together.
I almost jumped the gun there a
while
while
ago. You're good. You're good.
Coming in with the grits
Coming in with the grits right here. And I like to put those on parchment so you can just kind of...
Smart.
There you go.
That was quick.
Now, can you see those cubes? They're nice and golden brown. As I said, they look like croutons. And just gently toss those cubes with the other ingredients.
Then it goes into this?
Yes, it does. So if you'll move that a little bit closer to us.
I would love to.
And then before you put this mixture into the casserole dish, we have a beaten egg, just one large egg beaten, and we drizzle that over the top, and that's all the binding that this needs. It's just this egg. Toss it a little bit more, and then we're going to pour this into that baking dish.
And then it goes into the oven for how long?
It goes into the oven at 350 for about 40 to 45 minutes, uncovered. Again, give it a good shake.
There, it looks great.
There you go. Give it a good shake. You can, again, prepare this ahead of time, cover it, refrigerate it, bake it right before you're going to serve it, and there you have it. Voila.
Voila. Look at those glorious grits. You know what? I would like that as my whole meal. I don't even need this as a side dish.
It's a great meal in one.
It
or with
is.
a couple of vegetables, you're set.
Lovely. Hey, Glorious Grits is available wherever books are sold or at oxmoorhouse.com, and where you can also find other Southern Living cookbooks. And you can get this recipe on daytimeonline.tv and click on Recipe Archive. Here's Susan Nash Gilpin. You deserve that.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm going to grab a fork.
Oh,
we'll share.
Okay. Dave, over to you. go.
No, thank you, ladies. Save some for me now. Hey, stick around. More Daytime coming up right after this.